Hi, Cancer. Welcome to May. A lot of stuff going on in your 7th house in Capricorn. So I'm curious if you guys are already feeling the karmic retributions, the karmic reconciliation. Let's use that word instead of retributions, of Pluto and Saturn going retrograde and being conjunct with the South Node while the North Node is in your sign. Because, I mean, it's clear that the fighting and the arguing and the ongoing just painful existence of whatever situation you're in right now is not letting up, and the only way that it's going to let up is if you admit to it and you allow yourself to walk away. But I think the reason why you're not walking away is because you feel guilty, and maybe you don't even need to walk away. Maybe what you need to do is to reassess the situation and allow yourself. I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I just realized I might sneeze too. Still, I was diagnosed with walking pneumonia last week, and I am feeling better. I just sound awful. Also a sinus infection, and so I'm being treated for it. Anyway, I just sound funny. 7 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Right? Clearly, the only way for you to see what's actually happening in your life right now is admitting that it's there and allowing yourself to no longer be in its hold and its grip anymore. Because whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a family matter, I don't care what it is, you're not going it's stalemate. I mean, there's no other direction for you to go, and there's no other person for you to really rely on but yourself at this point. And a really good analogy of this is something that Virgo went through a couple of months ago. When you are driving down the road and you pull into a cul-de-sac, and there's no other way out of the cul-de-sac but going back the way that you came. So you almost have to do an about face and allow yourself to see what it is that is clearly not working and move forward. That's what Pluto and Saturn retrograde are doing to you with the South Node, because the South Node is all about the karmic activity, right? And the North Node is about your dharma in this lifetime, what you're supposed to be doing, your soul purpose. So the whole point of this transit that's happening right now, and it's going to be going on for 4 months, the retrograde, and the whole point of it, and it's in your 7th house of relationships, just across from you. So the whole point of this transit is to make you realize where you've been banging your head up against a brick wall over and over and over again, expecting for things to be a certain way. And the more you try, and the more you push, and the more you allow yourself to argue and fight and stick your heels into the ground, and you're like, I'm not going anywhere, toddler style. Speaking of, my t-shirt here, it says, you're allowed 5 emotional minutes in the day, then you gotta get up and be gangsta. It's on my website if you would like to look at all the merchandise that's on my website. fearlessintuition.net. It's on the top bar. You'll see merch. You can get all my t-shirts and my coffee mugs. But this is literally like what you guys have to do right now. Get emotional. Feel the pain. Let yourself move through it. Let yourself go through all of the things that you have to go through. And then get up. And it can be longer than 5 minutes. That's just a saying. You can't sit and wonder. You can't sit and wonder anymore. Battered, bruised, feeling like, And here's the thing is you're like, but I tried so hard, but I don't want to give up because I tried so hard. You're not giving up. That's the thing is you're not giving up. What you're doing is freeing yourself. See what I mean? Going from the Knight of Wands to the Eight of Wands. You're freeing yourself. You're allowing the energy to move you in a new direction. Because right now, there's absolutely nowhere you can go to. There's nowhere you can run to. There's nowhere you can hide from whatever this Seven of Swords represents, whatever this Five of Wands represents, whatever this Five of Cups represents, whatever the battle was that you've been through. You have to admit that you are now learning a lesson from it. And Saturn and Pluto retrograde will be teaching that to you for the next 4 to 5 months. We all go through it. And especially as Mars moves into Cancer on the 15th of May, while that is happening, there's a very real possibility and a very real chance that that energy could become even more combative, could become like it's more of a war zone if you let it. Doesn't have to, but that Mars energy is going to be pushing you forward. Like you're going to want to be a bulldozer getting through all of the bullshit and not having to deal with the pain of this anymore. Let's see what the Seven of Swords is. It's so funny. It's like, I really was trying to do your reading early enough so you guys like can know the energy that's coming on in May. But at the same time, it's like, man, I know they're going through it right now. I know you guys are going through it. I've been through the same thing. We all have to go through this kind of transit before, we've all been through it. And you have to remember that the whole purpose behind this, the whole reason behind this is transitioning. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio energy. We have the Death card on the Seven of Cups, or the Seven of Swords. I almost said Seven of Cups though. So maybe you have maybe things are changing to where you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming up. But I feel like more than anything, what this is really saying for you is that the guilt of you having to walk, because the Seven of Swords for me, yes, it can be about deception. It could be that a Scorpio maybe even deceived you. But I often see it as feeling really guilty. Or shutting off your emotions for self-preservational purposes so you don't feel guilty. You have to remember that this is a transition for you. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Things are burning down right now. People are getting the tower, signs are getting the tower right and left at this moment. And it has to happen. It has to happen because you go on that journey of self-discovery. That's what the Eight of Cups means for me, is a journey of self-discovery. You have to allow yourself to do that. Go on that journey. Let's see what this Eight of Cups is, because I feel like it's like you guys really want to go, but again, you're at this stalemate. You know the things that you have to leave behind. You know, listening to this reading, whatever it is that you're thinking about right now, you know what it is that's been contentious in your life that you've been battling over and over and over and over again. You know what it is. I don't have to tell you that. And it gives you anxiety every single day. You know how to get rid of that anxiety? Start to choose yourself. Start to choose yourself and start to recognize you don't have to sit in anxiety. You can actually allow yourself to walk away from things and grow and learn and process and admit that maybe it wasn't all their fault, but it's all your fault too. Take some of the accountability away. As you walk away and learn the lesson, you take some accountability with you. Let's see. 8 of Pentacles on the 5 of Wands. I feel like burying yourself in work right now and trying to ignore the chaos that's surrounding you, or trying to ignore the things that are coming, because I feel like you're trying to legitimately work really, really hard to get to where you need to go. But I feel like it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Like, the chaos is still going to be there. You can work all day long and you can avoid it and distract yourself all day long. But at the end of the day, that 5 of Wands is still going to be waiting for you. Whether it's with yourself, in your own mind, or whether it's with somebody else. That 5 of Wands is still going to be there, ready for a fight, ready for an argument, whether it's all up in your own head. Let's see what this 5 of Cups is. I know this is disappointing. I know this is not your favorite reading to get, this kind of reading to get. But what I really want you to get out of this is the transition of it all, the growth of it all. It may, growing and being on a spiritual journey is not all about love and light and peace and happiness and Buddha bowls and you know, drink your tea and do your yoga and meditate every day and everything will be good. That's not what being spiritual means. That's not what going through an awakening process means. That's not what transition means. It's painful. And the reason why it's painful is you are learning who your true self is, and you have to dig really, really deep to find it. And that's what's happening right now. And you're having to, and here's the thing is, even though you're really super disappointed, we have the 2 of Swords on the 5 of Cups, even though there's this disappointment with you, and you really wish that you didn't have to deal with the disappointment, and the disappointment wasn't really there so much, even though that's the case, what you're not seeing in that 2 of Swords is that if you just took the blindfold off, you would be able to find those 2 cups standing up behind you in the 5 of Cups and realize that it's not all lost. That there is still a path and still a journey to go on. And you can still exist and come from a place of acceptance instead of bitterness, right? If this woman in the 2 of Swords, while making her decision, were to take her blindfold off, she would see that the fight was over and the energy was shifting. But if she doesn't choose to take her blindfold off, she's going to sit in that painful existence for a while. Let's see what this 9 of Wands is. Yeah, see? You can choose now. The beautiful thing about getting the Tower in this reading is because all of this was stalemate, the Tower comes in and says, okay, time to wipe it all out. You have 0 control. What did I say? Signs are getting the Tower right and left right now. And the reason why is because it's cleanup on aisle 5 time. The milk and the eggs have spilled all over the floor on aisle 5. It's time to clean everything up. It's time to choose a new direction to go in also. You're done fighting. And even if you have to be the one that forces that tower to come down, you're going to do it because you're tired of existing in the 9 of Swords. You're tired of existing in the 7 of Swords. You're tired of existing in the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. It's exhausting. It's totally exhausting. Who would want to do it anyways? We'll have to, but nobody wants to. Let's see what this 8 of Wands is. Yeah. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And, see, this is what I mean. You're almost there. Just let the tower fall. Let it come down. There will be a moment in May when you realize that things are not as they seem. There will be a moment in May when you realize everything in your intuition that you are already feeling is coming true. There will be a moment in May, might be a couple of moments, when you realize that it's time to start making decisions where you're not constantly battling to survive or to stay in a relationship or stay at a job or stay in a family circumstance that is unhappy, that you don't want to be in, that's an unhappy place for you to be, or an unstable place. But the 10 of Wands on the 8 of Wands is saying you're almost there. And Mars is going to kind of give you that push forward to make the right decisions. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. After the Ace of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Swords, Strength, Ace of Wands. There you are, the Queen of Cups, and another water sign at the Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands. So you and some friends of yours, some very good friends of yours, I feel like are making some serious decisions to get you out of the 5 of Pentacles and into the 9 of Cups. A lot of opportunities coming up. And I want to say, so if you're dealing with a Scorpio or you're dealing with a fire sign, Scorpio is showing up here twice. So it's very possible that you're dealing with some water energy. But if you're not dealing with water energy, if you're dealing with fire energy, if you're dealing with 2, if you're the one that's being deceptive right now and you're realizing you're going to have to make a choice, it's time to do that. You have to do it. May is no longer going to allow you to sit and twiddle your thumbs and just wait for everything to come crashing down around you. May is not going to let you, because I feel like some of you might be waiting for that sign. Now, if it's you in the middle of, if you're in a third party situation with somebody who has to choose between you and somebody else, you make the decision. You don't want to, I mean, that's no place to be. If they're not choosing you, they're not even worth it. If it's a fire sign that's trying to choose between you and another water sign, if it's another water sign trying to choose between you and a fire sign, not even worth it. Trust me, not even worth it. So the worst is over. The best is yet to come. That's what I want to say with the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. The worst is over and the best is yet to come. There's no need to sit and wonder if you're going to have blessings in your life, because you are. I mean, you are. There will be blessings that happen in your life. And I want you to allow yourself to believe that. And then we have the Strength card and the Ace of Wands. All of the opportunities that are coming to you. Now, there could be a Leo that is bringing you an opportunity that is kind of a pushing off point to whatever it is you want to do in your life. Whatever's happening in May for you, you have to be honest with yourself, because right now you're in the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles. The Tower comes crumbling down. You're feeling a little bit stuck. That Page of Swords is saying it's time to get really honest with yourself. Do you want to stay stuck? Or do you want to allow yourself to move forward? And I feel like the more you decide to manifest in a way, and like not in a place of lack, not coming from a place of lack mentality, but you start manifesting in a way where I already have everything. I don't need anything else. I already have it all. It's already been given to me. Immediately when you start coming from a place of gratitude and abundance and seeing all of the options that you have in front of you, that's when the bright day shows up. That's when you can start something fresh, something new, something tangible. The Sun, the Page of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. You have so much more in front of you right now than I think that you can tell, because you're, that Two of Swords, you have your blindfold on. You can't even see the decisions in front of you that you need to make, because you're coming from a place of lack mentality and saying, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough. When in reality, you actually probably have more than you think. Honestly. So, May is not going to be easy. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. It's not going to be the easiest month of the year for you. But as we move into June and into your season, and the planets start shifting and they start conjuncting with the North Node, you're going to start seeing, and it'll start with Mars. Mars is going to conjunct with the North Node, and you're going to start seeing where, like I've told this story, already to 2 other signs that I've done readings for, but you're going to see where when you put your hands up in the air and you were like, universe, I just want to be happy. Just give me, I just want to be happy in life. Can I just be happy? Like when you're praying to God, or you're praying to Buddha, or whoever it is, the source, you're meditating. You just want to be happy, and the universe wipes everything out. And you're like, but that's not what I meant. Why did you take everything away from me? That's not what I meant. The universe is like, well, none of that was making you happy. So I took it away from you. You just want to be happy. None of that was making you happy. Now you have room to start doing things to make you happy. That's what the North Node is doing for you. That's what all of these planets that will be coming into your sign in the next couple of months for your season, it's going to help you push through. And it's going to help allow you to see where you've been holding yourself back, and where you can, when the North Node went through Virgo a couple of years ago, my North Node is actually in Virgo in my birth chart, and I'm a Virgo sun. So when that happened several years ago, my entire life changed. I started this channel. So all of the best things happen, but you got to make room for it first. You got to make room for it first, and the universe is trying to show you that. So even through the pain, you have to understand that it's all about growth, and it's all about learning the lesson. All right. So that's really all I can say about this month. It's not going to be easy, but on the back end of it, it's going to be really worth it. So I love you guys very much. Please take good care of yourselves. If you would like to have a one-on-one coaching alignment session, since I'm not doing regular readings, personal readings, I'm still offering my one-on-one coaching alignment sessions. Might help you get through this month. Also, I am offering emergency readings. So if you do have an emergency, I'm offering 30-minute emergency readings and 1-hour emergency readings. You can find all of that on my website, fearlessintuition.net. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves and have a wonderful May. Bye. Or try and have a wonderful May. Bye.